Hello again. Before we get started, please be sure to review these important disclosures. Please pause the video to continue reading. In this video, I am going to show how the ebb and flow trading strategy initiates a trade setup. Please visit our website at robusttradingsystems.com to see more about our automated trading strategies and subscription options for use with NinjaTrader 8. Ebb and Flow version 37 beta has been posted and subscribers can download it to join in final evaluation and testing. Okay, moving on. So this is our trading chart. Again, it could be a 5-minute, it could be a volume chart, anything, any chart you want, a 1-hour chart, or 60-minute, a 240-minute chart. And what happens here is the 3-bar trend range indicator is telling us that it's up. That's why it's green. We did not set any modifiers, so it's going to be looking for a long trade to the long side. Being that it just closed a trade, it will start looking for it on that very next bar, right after that bar closes. If the body of this bar closes above the body of the prior bar, and by the way, we may be stuck in a weekend here. Yes. Oh no, we're not. It's just really slow right now. Okay, so if we get the body of this projecting above the body of the one next to it, it will become a trigger bar. There it is. Okay, we got it. And so what's happening here is it's now looking for our pullback distance, which we had set in our settings to 16 ticks. So it's set this buy bar down here. In market replay, I like to turn the market if touched orders to unchecked, and then that places limit orders. But in real-time live trading, I find it's really better to use market if touched orders, so to keep that checked for your live trading. So here again, we're looking for a pullback to come down and pick this up, hit that purchase order. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. If we get another body of a bar that trades higher than this one, then it will slide everything up. It'll change the trigger point to be 16 ticks behind that close. Let's speed it up a little more because this could take a long time to hit. Let me make it a little larger here so we can really see. A quiet morning there, it looks like. All right. And there we get our purchase. Okay, now we're in the trade. It, of course, set the profit target at what we had our target set for. And when you're using the market if touched orders, if it doesn't trigger, if the fill is not exactly at your trigger point, the target still will be as if it was. Okay, it's pretty important. And as a reminder, I have the bracket stops temporarily turned off, but you would see your bracket stop as well. I did that just so that in playing these replays, I wouldn't have to constantly adjust the chart when making these recordings. And we'll see this play out. Guess I should speed it up a bit. There we go. Okay, now here, this could have been a trigger bar once we got out of this one, but I find that generally it's better for it to wait to the next bar. In the settings, there is the option. This is sort of an advanced option if you want to play with it. Let's just take a look. I can't get to it that way. Okay, Control S will take us into our strategies. There is this checkbox down here. Sorry, right here where it says require bar reset on stop or bar trail. Okay, you could uncheck that and you could say no minimum since exit bars, and you could check that. So really the scenario I was talking about was putting a check here. There's another scenario similar where you uncheck that one. I don't recommend fooling around with those two, but as an advanced feature, if you wanted to play with it, sometimes you can get such volatility during a short time period that you get a whole lot of bounces back and forth in the same 5-minute bar, and could have had 5 or more trades. Who knows? A lot of trades. But I always like for that next bar to form, for it to then say, hey, we're ready to take a next trade. Now, this one, being that it's not wanting to close above here, it looks like, will not be a trigger bar. Okay? We're looking for a close, a bar body close above the body of the previous bar. We're disregarding the tails. And it may take several bars to first get that. Okay, we didn't get it there for sure. Might be hard to get it on this next one. Might be a little consolidation period here. Let's speed it up. 500. Okay, that's too much on the speed. Oh boy. Okay. Now it didn't let us have it for another reason. This one right here would have been our first trigger bar, but because we have right now a retrace disallow setting on the Fibonacci retrace of the 3-bar range set here, and this one traded below this line, it's now disallowing trades. Okay, but I think that gives you the overall idea as to how the trigger works on the pullback. If you were trading an hourly chart and you had 60-minute bars here, and you had it set for 50 ticks back, you'd have to have that first hourly bar close above the body of another bar of the previous bar in order to trigger the pending purchase order, which would be 50 ticks back, if that's how you had your settings, for example. And now, by the way, this also works to the short side, just the same way. So here now we're in a 3-bar trend that's down. And our first trigger bar was this one right here. You can see the bar body closed below the bar body to the left. Okay. We hadn't got any more bar bodies lower, but that was the one that triggered off this sell order. If we get another bar body closed lower before this sell order is hit, then it will pull that sell order down to be our same pullback distance. Okay, and that concludes our pullback trigger segment. Okay, what we just witnessed was the advanced bar stop feature. And what happened here is we got into a trade. A short trade right here based on this bar being the trigger. Okay, so we got into a pullback trade going to short right here. And as soon as the first full down bar closed below that line, okay, fully below that line, which I believe is this one right here, then any trade back, any price that takes us back above that point would trigger a stop right there on the chart when we use that advanced bar stop hit. That's a very useful option. I keep it on nearly everything that I do. It's just very successful. Now, sometimes it'll get you out of ones that would have gone on to win, but it seems that more times than not, it gets you out of trades that would have gone on to be losers. And we'll look again for the next 3-bar trigger. Pullback trigger. You'll see here, this one did not trigger it right here because it did not close lower than the bar next to it. But this one did. So now we have a trigger bar. We have our pending order to sell. Speed it up a little more. We may get another lower bar, and you see it moved the pending order to sell down. And we'll see how this one plays out. Okay, another advanced bar stop hit. We'll do a fast one here. And another advanced bar stop hit. And another. I'm at 1,000 speed here. And there's a trigger, a target. Okay.